This is London, one of the most cosmopolitan cities in the world.
Yo soy Robert.
Y yo Alex. Somos españoles. ¡Ole!
大家好，我叫何宇，很高兴在这里见到大家。我来自中国，谢谢。
اسمي سعد أنا من المملكة العربية السعودية.
Hello, मैं चल नीलम.
मेरा नाम हिरेन पटेल है, मैं इंडिया से हूँ.
Hola, me llamo Tanansu, soy de Tenerife, Islas Canarias, España.
Jag heter Armando och jag är från Stockholm, från Sverige.
मैं Jenny Lam, मैं Vietnam.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'm from England.
Hello， 大家好，我是秋楠，来自中国山东济南。
Mi chiamo Giovanni, sono italiano.
Hola, me llamo Jasmine y soy de Colombia.
The Middle East is hard for me to define.
I just think heat, I suppose. A nice hot country.
Tourists.
Beautiful girls.
I'm Medina Jazz.
Middle East is a created problem by superpowers after the Second World War.
Really great food.
What is the Middle East? I suppose the Middle East is sort of the Arabian Peninsula and surrounding area.
Mecca.
No, they're not all Arabs. They're from Ottoman empires, Persians, Turks, some of them.
Lack of women's rights.
Various groups sort of fighting it out for power.
We have arms deals a lot of the time with them.
Levant TV has spotted a significant gap in the British television market for an entertainment Middle Eastern channel broadcast in English. Based in London, with its roots in the Middle East, it is Levant TV's mission to promote a mutual understanding between the Middle East and the West via analytical, entertainment and informative programs. The programs are produced by a young, creative and ambitious team, all from a strong academical and professional background. Let's go meet them.
Hello and welcome to Forbidden Talk, a show dedicated to unearthing social taboos facing the Middle Eastern community here in the UK. Well, on today's show, we haven't got an episode for you. We're taking you behind the scenes on the Forbidden Talk set. And rather than interviewing someone, I'm actually going to be interviewed myself by Sahar.
Jenny, you have just finished the first season of Forbidden Talk. How has it been for you?
It's been a really interesting experience presenting Forbidden Talk. It's developed with the channel, because obviously Levant TV is a very new channel. We've had our issues, it's a low budget show, but over the course of the 10 episodes, we've met some really interesting people. We've covered really tough topics, and I think we've made some really good programs. The topics we've covered range from divorce, abortion, having a child out of wedlock to things like Sharia law, as I mentioned, and more recently modern day slavery, looking at domestic workers in the Middle East, and our last episode was on blasphemy.
I feel it's going to be interesting to be introduced to the Arab world, to the Muslim world, as long as it does not offend our religion or cultures.
Well, will Forbidden Talk offend people? That's not what it's here to do. It's here to open a dialogue. It's here to talk about issues that are sensitive, that people are sensitive about. We're not trying to be provocative. We're not trying to sensationalise. We're trying to do it and be very sensitive to the different cultures, to the different issues, and it's meant to be informative. So it's not meant to offend. Perhaps it might offend some people, but we're not responsible for what our guests say. We just try to show the different points of view and open a dialogue.
My experience at Levant TV has been it's been a nice journey, filled with, of course, challenges and moments of extreme joy, especially when you see something launching. The idea of Levant TV is unique. It might already exist in print, in the NGO field, any other sector, but no one has actually yet taken it to the broadcast media.
How would you brand it so that it doesn't just say, oh, it's for Middle Eastern or it's for Asian people or it's for that kind of people, the way a lot of other programmes can be branded, because it kind of alienates a wider audience.
Levant TV is not an ethnic channel. In fact, we're staying away from anything that could stereotype the channel. We do have a Middle Eastern identity, yet we broadcast in English, and most of our programs are aiming to appeal to the British audience.
Hello, I'm Carl, and I work as a producer at Levant TV for more than a year now. In terms of my press review show, where we look into headlines from international and Middle East papers every day. And I'm also preparing another political show which will be more of debate, and it will be once a week.
Marhaba, I'm Carmen. I'm a presenter and producer on the press review show at Levant TV. I think that the news that we provide fills a gap here in the UK because so many people are getting an interest in the Middle East these days.
I specialised in video production, and I also have a vast background in journalism.
Everyone likes reality nowadays, so I think something that's a bit more reality about real life people would probably be best, I think.
One of the shows I'm currently working on is called Dine With Us, which is a reality show, so it's a bit different from other shows. It's a show where British people compete against each other cooking Middle Eastern dishes, so they're a bit out of their comfort zone. You get some really funny twists to the shows. It's entertaining right from the start. I mean, people do get educated, of course, like on the the ins and outs of Middle Eastern cuisine, how to make it, etc. We get a diverse range of people on the show, so it really can appeal to absolutely anyone.
I guess a great way to get people in is definitely food at the moment.
Hot and Spicy is more a traditional cooking show. I work with a chef. It's more educational and informative if you really kind of fancy yourself as a bit of a cook. You know, if you've got 15 minutes to spare, 20 minutes to spare, why not? You get to learn something new.
I produce Discover the Middle East and Access A-List. So Discover the Middle East is a tourist-themed show which looks at the countries in the Middle East and in the North African region. And it looks at the people, the culture, the lifestyle, the food, the tourist attractions, anything you can and would want to know about the country. We look at that in depth in Discover the Middle East.
I think sometimes people have a very bad view about some countries in the Middle East because of things, political problems and stuff like that.
Obviously, we're trying to show that Middle East isn't what the mainstream media shows of it. I also do Access A-List, which is a quick roundup of celebrity news, whether it's international artists or Middle Eastern artists.
Hello, my name is Jasmine, and I'm an editor at Levant TV. The shows I do is Access A-List, Tune East, and Golden Movies.
I'm a video editor and motion graphic designer. I'm graduated in video editing and post-production, and now I'm based in London, working in my field.
I
am the graphic designer and Levant TV set designer, virtual set designer. Virtual set designer. Let's do another take. My main role at Levant TV is to make sure I come up with design concepts that harmonizes with the theme and content of the show and the channel. And yeah, I love my job.
Levant TV is the first Middle Eastern online television broadcasting in English.
When would this channel be available to watch?
Levant TV is available online. We launched the on-demand and live stream services in August 2013. We have a range of shows, Forbidden Talk, Her Voice. They both target social taboos and human rights issues. We also have infotainment and cultural shows like Made In, Arabesque, in addition to lifestyle programs like Restyle, On Trend, Discover the Middle East, which is a travel show, and recently we started press review and feature reports.
We certainly need to know more. It's not something that we've been exposed to a great deal.
The channel aims at enriching the life of the British audience and the English-speaking audience in general by informing them on the Levantine culture of tolerance, the culture of coexistence, and the rich history of the Middle East.
What are they trying to portray? The political aspects or the cultural aspects or the entertainment?
At this particular time of turmoil in the MENA region, an alternative media platform is much needed to highlight the moderate voice of the Middle East that rejects all form of violence and seek peace and justice.
The long-term objective for Levant TV is to become the leading gateway to life in the Middle East for the non-Middle Eastern audiences, as well as becoming the main community platform for the Middle Easterners living in the UK.